Hi guys, hello. Welcome back to Explore with Simo. I am Simo. This is my story, Eli Balalam, and welcome to my day ones. Thank you so much for joining me, and thank you so much for supporting me. And welcome to the new service. Thank you so much for joining this family. Here we are explorers, we are exploring travel, conversations, fellowship, and anything else that we might be interested. Kuyo, thank you so much for joining me. I know. I have not done explore conversations with Sibo in a minute. When I have not done any sit down in a while. And yeah, guys, life is lifing. To be honest with you, can I just come here and be honest with you? I know I've been posting travel vlogs, traveling, gomsevens, and but to be honest, life is, but we're trying to stabilize it, and we are hoping that everything's gonna go well. And yeah, in the second half year of the year, we are really hoping for the best things ever. And this is a long overdue sit down video. I had promised on my TikTok, on my Instagram, and also here on YouTube that I'll do a sit down and basically give you a full overview or a review of my trip that I did in May to Zanzibar. Hakuna Matata. Guys, so I traveled in May to Zanzibar. So normally when it's my birthday, I think it's been 3 years now, I plan a trip. I've done 2 local trips, and then I've done one this year to Zanzibar. I do a solo travel trip to wherever, depending on my birthday month. It doesn't necessarily mean to be exactly my birthday, but on my birthday month, all this thing and basically I do travel. So this is a real one. I don't know what this bloom is called or this flower is called, but it's a real one. So that is why I'm using it in Kupele. Let me just try and do it, and because wow, it's not gonna give. This is a hammer. Anyway, yes, so I traveled to Zanzibar. I used Kenya Ways from South Africa, from Tambo to Kenya. Then from Kenya, I connected to Zanzibar. Maybe before I start with like the questions that I got, because I did ask for people that were interested with Trip Yam to ask me questions. Maybe before I do answer that, in terms of planning my trip, I didn't take long to plan my trip because I knew at the beginning of the year that I'm going to Zanzibar. But because of and the occurrences, losing my grandfather and whatnot, at some point I wasn't sure, but I kept on researching, checking activities that I can do when I'm there, checking accommodation, checking flights, so that I can at least budget accordingly. And then in that week, a week before my birthday, I was like, you know what, a lot has happened, a lot is happening, but life is not going to stop. Let's go. Then I was like, I booked a flight from Wild Tambers of Search to Kenya, then from Kenya to Zanzibar. And yeah, then these are the things that I did in Zanzibar. Guys, first of all, let me just say Zanzibar is beautiful. Zanzibar is beautiful. I'm going to post some videos. I'm going to post some people that are going to overlap here or here, pictures or overflowing videos over my voice. I don't know how I'm going to edit this video, but I'm just saying that Zanzibar is beautiful. If you are a real explorer, you need to put Zanzibar on your bucket list. I think for me, the best thing that I enjoyed about Zanzibar is that it's not fancy. Zanzibar is not a fancy place, and I'm not a fancy girl, to be honest with you. I'm just not a fancy girl. I'm just a girl that likes exploring, and that was it for me. I think the reason why it met all my expectations and it even went beyond is because it's not a fancy place. Like you're experiencing the African like ubuntu, the nature and everything, while you are, I don't know, while you are like, okay, like we I don't know what to say, but yeah, basically what I mean is that I always make an example, but with if you've been to either Coffee Bay, or you've been to what is this? You've been to St. John's. So while you're just walking in town, you're walking, there's a beautiful beach, beautiful activities, the swimming, the tortoise, and whatnot, everything is just here. But anyway, where I was, it was Nungwe. So I can't talk about any other town in Zanzibar. I'm basically talking about Nungwe, which is where I was booked, and I was able to walk around and just see the beautiful surroundings of Nungwe. Yeah, so the activities that I had planned to do before I went there with the assistant of the lady that I went to varsity with, Belinda, and also just checking online, checking on Instagram, I already knew that I need to do the swimming with the tortoise. With the tortoise, is it called tortoise or tortoise? Tortoise, I don't know. But swimming with tortoise. Sindan tortoise, amafudo, yes, swimming with amafudo, tortoise. Yeah, it was the best, nice experience. I loved it, but to be honest with you, the venue or the space where this, like where you park and actually go and change and go to basically swim with the tortoise, was not what I was expected, to be honest with you. I didn't take a video of like the place, but I yeah, when you are there, then they say go in and swim with the tortoise, like, oh okay, it's nice, but this is where you actually do the activities, like it's underwhelming, to be honest. It is underwhelming, but the activity itself, it is nice. It's a nice experience, and me being Sibo the explorer, I did not even hesitate. I went in. They said go in. I went in. I was not even asking. Like I was not even hesitant. I just went in. It was nice. I'll put on a video here, of course, as I said. And soon after that, I went jet skiing. You saw, but I'm the pro. I'm the pro. I've been doing this thing. I've been practicing. And I am new in this thing. And I can't even swim. For that matter, I can't even swim. But I was like, one thing about me, I am going to explore. So I went in. I did the jet skiing. It was nice. I loved it. I did it in the Nungwi. I think it's Nungwi Beach, basically, because that's where the activities are. Even the swimming with the tortoise, the ones that I know, I think it's about 2 places in Zanzibar where you can do swimming with the tortoise, but the one that I did, it was the one that is in Nungwi, and also the jet skiing that I did, it was the one that is in Nungwi. And I also did the Malum Caves.
Specifically at Malum Caves.
Nice
Yeah, that's what they have.
But for me, it didn't give that much. I'll probably post a video here if I still have a video. It didn't give that much because it's just swimming. They are probably, I don't know, yeah, you're just swimming in the caves. But I'm an adrenaline girl. So any activity that I need to do, it needs to give me that adrenaline. So it didn't give me that excitement in terms of adrenaline in caves, but it was nice. I explored anyway. And then the best after the Malumi caves, I went to the Rock. The Rock restaurant. So the Rock restaurant is that restaurant that is in the, like, in between the ocean, and yeah, it's a small house. I'll put a video, you'll see. But if you are an explorer, you would have seen, or you checked out things to do in Zanzibar, it does pop up as something to do in Zanzibar, which is called the Rock. It's beautiful, the views, ulwandle. God, it's so beautiful. At that point, I wish I had a drone. To be honest with you, at that point, I wish I had a drone, because the views was doing like here at your level. And I was just sitting there and I'm thinking, the views from above are crazy. Like, are probably like crazy. But besides, I've seen those views now on Instagram, on reels for people that had drones. I'm like, I need to invest on a drone. One thing about me, guys, I'm that girl that just loves exploring, loves nature, and loves, like, Guys, soaking in nature. When I was soaking in a bathtub with the salt and whatnot, I love soaking in nature, guys, and just sit there because I was to relax, have my drink, then the bugelo ulwandle. That is just me. Take notes, future partner. And then from the rock, I then went back. One thing about me, I don't know about other people, one thing about me, when I go on a trip, the whole day, I am exploring, I'm doing activities. And guys, I've got my house at home, I can sleep there, I've got my house and my bed ready. Why am I sleeping? Why would I fly from Joburg and go to, or from South Africa and go to Zanzibar and figure Dilale? From the whole day, every day, night, the whole day, that was basically me. And if you were following, or if you, at that time, you were like following me on Instagram, on Facebook, you'd have seen Oguduke was busy. And if you are not following me on Instagram, please make sure that you do follow me on Instagram on Explore with Sibo. No, not Explore with Sibo. At Sibongile Bibi, and on Facebook at Sibongile Bongi Bibi, and on TikTok at Explore with Sibo. So later that day, I then did the sunset cruise. Guys, sunset cruise was also one of my favorites. I loved it. I could do it every day. If it was for free, I could do it every day, because I remember the following day I went back to the beach. I just sat there in a restaurant that is near the beach and I just watched the sunset. It was so beautiful. I'm gonna put a clip of the sunset cruise itself, and I'm gonna put probably a video of when I was just chilling and ndibukele ulwandle, and above ulwandle it's a sunset. Guys, loved it. When I khaleli imali yam, the experiences are what I'm telling you, it was so beautiful. Then I also did, while I was in Zanzibar, I went to a club. Me being Mike Kasana, I went to a club. The club is in Nungu as well, and it's called Coco Bello. Yeah, I think it's called Coco Bello. And it's a club. They play music, they play piano, they play Afro pop, but it's not the same as like our setup here clubs, basically. So they have performers not like they have a DJ, and they have like performance dancers. I'll put something, I think I still have like videos. They have dancers, and yeah, so you watch those dancers performing, and I don't think, I think because of I'm not a Tanzanian, I did not enjoy that much of the club experience, but anyway, it was an experience. I think I still love South African chillers or places like that, even though I don't go I'm not a night girl like that. But when I go, I think I still prefer a vibe as a South Africa. And when I was there, Cocobello, I met quite a lot of people. I met people from Zambia, I met people from Italy, I met people from Zimbabwe, I met people from Germany, and I met a lady who was from USA, and yeah, like nice people. I enjoyed the experience, and quite a lot of them, well, not a lot, some of them were also solo travelers, and I was like, girl, boys, let's do this solo traveling thing, especially when you're big guys. I would really advise you to do solo traveling, because you don't want to inconvenience people. You don't want people to be paying for lunch on your birthday. All those things, you invite them, then they have to pay. Or you fly into Zanzibar, inviting your friends, and they have to pay. No, unless it's a planned trip that happened to be on your birthday month, then it makes sense. But don't force people to buy now on your birthday, because you're not Funuga Maldives. Now people must go pay 50,000 for you. No, guys, take your bags and go alone. Okay. I also did Nemba Island. I Ah man, Nemba Island is so beautiful. I loved it. It was beautiful. Oh, beautiful. So basically, you take a boat. You just they just drive around, and there's that Nemba Island there, but it's a private island. Apparently, our Bill Gates they go there. It's a beautiful island, but from far because I couldn't go near. And then, if you can swim, you basically do snorkeling. Is it snorkeling? Snork. I don't know what it's called, guys. Like your fathers and go under the water, that and see starfishes and whatnot. And but the purpose of that trip for me was just seeing the Number Island and also seeing dolphins. But unfortunately, on that day, it was a bad luck for me and for the rest of the tourists that went there. We did not see any dolphins. I mean, we waited and waited and waited, but we could not find any dolphins. But the feel of just being in the middle of the ocean, guys, just being in the middle. You know when that song says, when the water is so blue, the water was blue, and it got to a point where the water, the blueness of the water is not the same when you're on the other side and when you're on the other side. I don't know if it makes sense. And if I still have a video of that, I'll definitely post it. But I loved it. I loved it. Like there's no activity that I did where I was like, I should have done it, except Malum Caves, as I said, that it's not for me, but it was eye-opening, but it's not what I would do on a normal basis. If I knew it, I wasn't going to do it anyway. But because of it was a combined activity in Malum Caves and the rock, I just had to do it anyway. And then I also did Stone Town. Stone Town basically is like they take you through the Stone Town, give you a history or a background of Zanzibar or what happened. It was a nice, like you are in Robben Island, but it's just I'll just say that it's like you are in Robben Island basically. That's the best. Or you are in I don't know what, I forgot the one that is here in almost by Bram. What is that place? I forgot. I'll remember. If I do remember, I'll write it here. It's like you are there. Basically, it's just the history of the colonizers and whatnot there. But it was a day-long trip, so I did Stone Town. I did Prison Island. Prison Island also, it was a prison, but it's in an island basically. So for you to get to that prison where like Abantu Babevole Corner and the slavery and whatnot, actually, Prison Island is more like Robben Island. Yes, Prison Island is more like Robben Island because you need to use the boat to go there, and yeah, it was beautiful. Sabonama food, and but the views around the Prison Island are the best. Ulwandle Lwabo is the best. I'll obviously put a video. I think I still have some videos, and I have deleted some of my content that I took from Zanzibar because guys, it was a lot. So I'm using my phone for YouTube, I'm using my phone for like Reels, Instagram, TikTok and whatnot. So I need to keep on deleting some content that I've used. That was beautiful, and we also did Nakupenda Island. Nakupenda means I love you in Swahili. I loved it. I think those are all the activities that I did, guys. Always look that I did in Zanzibar. And if you're wondering about why do I keep on looking down, because I've got my book here and I wrote some of the questions and activities that I did on the book, because the questions came through Instagram. They are on the phone and I'm using my phone to shoot. I don't have a camera yet and I am manifesting that camera. Anyway, so yeah, those are the activities that I did. And in terms of the what you call the questions that I got, I tried to summarize them because I don't want this video to be long. I got a question that was saying, what was your favorite neighborhood? As I've indicated, because I booked in Nungwi, in Zanzibar, town called Nungwi. Nungwi was my favorite because activities as Nancy, they are around Nungwi, and when you have to travel to others like the Rock, Stone Town and whatnot, it's doable. I loved Nungwi. I'll book at Nungwi again. when I go to Zanzibar, because I won't be able still to explore other activities around Zanzibar when I'm booked in Numbi. And also Numbi is a tourist attraction town, like a lot of tourists stay there. I loved it. And were you able to pick up some local language? Yes, I did. They speak Swahili in Zanzibar, well, in the whole Tanzania. They speak Swahili, and I did pick up, I've said already that nakupenda means I love you, and also pole pole means slowly, slowly, and akuna matata means there's no problem. What do they say when they greet? Mambo, mambo jumbo, I think. Yeah, that's what they say, and I did pick up that. Also, highlight of your trip, like the highlight of my trip, I think the sunset cruise for me was the highlight. The jet ski was also the highlight, but I just jet ski is something that I can also do in South Africa. I want to mention things that I know that I can't find in South Africa. I think the sunset cruise was beautiful. I know they have one in South Africa. I've seen one, but I loved the Zanzibar one. But I also loved the islands, guys. The islands, the Mnemba Island, the Prison Island, the Nakopenda Island, beautiful, breathtaking. I can do that over and over again. I loved those. Those were my favorite. But also one of my favorite was in at the Rock, because it was like not a pickup season like winter, so amanzi available so you could walk phakathi nolwandle uyilwandle lingathi yahlangana or liyahlukana, I don't know how to put it. That was the best, but I could not capture like the view the way I saw it because I don't have a drone. So basically when you are there, it's beautiful, but I think that for me to show you how it really looked, it was going to be better if I had a drone, like take an overview, or on top of, what is it, like take a shot that is coming from above. I don't know if I'm making sense. That's what I'm saying, guys. I don't know if I'm making sense, but those were the best. And okay, let me just move. I'll do the challenges as a trip at the end. And how was the accommodation? The accommodation was perfect for me. It was beautiful, it was clean, and they were offering breakfast, and it was safe. But I just want to mention something. For me, when I travel, I don't like spending money for accommodation. Maybe when things change, I don't know, whatever happens in my life, probably I will change. But at this point, I don't like spending on an accommodation when I am doing traveling, especially on my own. I just need a place that is clean, it's neat, it's safe, clean in terms of white linen, and there's running water, and it's safe, it's clean. I don't book 5-star hotels, I don't book 4-star hotels, because for me, as I've said, I'm not there to sleep, guys. I'm just there for 4 hours, I go do something. So I don't get it for me to spend like 15,000 on an accommodation. Fondoni, like I don't get it. So I'm just that girl. For me, accommodation must be no better, be clean, be white linen and whatnot. I'm good. I didn't spend more than 5,000 on my accommodation, and I was there from Monday to Monday. So it was basically 7-8 days. I don't know, 7 or 8 days, 7 nights, something like that. But I didn't spend more than 5,000, which was good for me. And I could walk around. I didn't have to call transport all the time because I was in Nongwe, as I've said. Or it's scooter, but in Bora Bora is scooter. I'll also put probably a video of me with Bora Bora. I loved it. And did they need a COVID certificate? No, they did not need a COVID certificate. So this is me when I'm flying with the Kenya Airways. No, they did not need a COVID certificate. And some questions were like, which airlines do you use? I've already answered that. I use Kenya Airways, which is connecting. You fly from here to Nairobi, From Nairobi, you fly to Zanzibar. And what is the time difference? Is that they are an hour ahead. So if it's 12 o'clock in South Africa, that side it is 1 o'clock. So basically they are an hour ahead. And in terms of money, guys, I still cannot tell you the difference between their money and our money. But what I saw was that they obviously I feel like our money is irrandly way more than their money. It's just that more that they don't have, I don't know, they just have shillings. This is shillings. What is it? Shillings. Yeah, I think it's shillings. Tanzanian shillings. I could not make sense of it. And also, what they do is they will say, when you say how much is this, they'll tell you in dollars. And unless you say, no, I want to know how much is it in shillings, then they will tell you in shillings. I think they prefer dollars because dollars obviously it's more for them when they do exchange. I still cannot make sense of it with how much is what and what. I cannot, when you compare it to a South African brand, I cannot, I would be lying. And there's this question that came quite a lot, guys, and I don't know how to tackle it, which was, how much do you spend? Guys, I don't know what to say. I really cannot give you one answer to say how much did I spend, because on the activities that I did not keep track of how much is what, but I know in terms of how much I spent on my accommodation and transport. So transport, what I mean is the flights, and transfers, like big airport transfers, like shuttling airport to your accommodation, because the standard amount, I know how much I spent. And for my flight, I spent like 7 point something for a return flight, which is, even the connection of it is counted there. I spent 7 point something, I can just say roughly 8,000. And for the transport from airport to my accommodation, I spent like 500 and something, and which is the same from the accommodation to the airport. Was like, no, it was not the same, because now they took me from Stone Town to, which is like 300. It was 300, was not far. Stone Town and the airport, they're not far from each other compared to Nungwe. So that is the money that I spent in terms of transport. So let's say roughly around 8,000. That was for flights. Let's say 8,000 was for flights, and then let's say 1,000 rand was for the shuttle, which is 900 for going to the accommodation. I'm just giving you roughly. It was much. I'm sure it was 8 point something if I also include but airport transfers. And then in terms of accommodation, as I've indicated, I spent 4 point something, let's say roughly 5,000. And if you're looking at it, we are around 14,000 at this point, which is just for transport and accommodation. And then for activities, I don't think I spent more than 5,000. I don't think I spent more than 5,000. So I would have spent like around 4 point something or so, because some of the activities you just walk, you don't need transport, and they're not that expensive, so they're doable. So the difference between booking for yourself and booking via an agent is that for an agent you'll pay 21,000 or 23,000 per person sharing. So meaning that you're going to be sharing the accommodation, and on my side I spent less than 20,000 as a solo traveler. And the nice thing about planning a trip on your own is you do activities that you want, not activities that are planned by the traveling company. So I did what I wanted, and what was not of interest to me, I did not do. Would I advise you to use a traveling agent or book for yourself? For me, I still feel like booking for yourself is the best. But obviously, if you don't want to deal with the admin of things, then use a traveling agent. And the disadvantages, guys, the only thing that was a disadvantage was the Kenya Airways. Both going and coming back. Going, we delayed from Waratambo. They said there's something wrong with the plane, wara, they're still trying to get oil or whatever that they need, and they get it from SAA, so they are delays. I think we delayed about 2 hours. Then when you go to Kenya, the flight that was supposed to connect with to Zanzibar, it was already gone. So they booked us a hotel in Kenya, Nairobi. So I slept in Kenya, Nairobi. I think it was a good thing, but also it was not that good because it was at night. I could not even explore Nairobi that much. Then the first thing in the morning, I think around my 3 hours up already, and they sent a shuttle to the hotel, and the shuttle took me to the airport. Then I flew from Nairobi to Zanzibar, and I did not pay additional fees. Then coming back, the flight from Zanzibar to Nairobi was on time, everything was on time, but the flight from Nairobi to South Africa delayed. So basically I was at the airport the whole night. It was a nightmare, but I was like, you know what, it's fine, let me just accept and not like overthink things. But I spent the whole night in Nairobi airport, and then the following day I woke up and flew back to South Africa. Would I do it again? Definitely I am doing it, even though I'm not going back to Zanzibar, but I am planning to go and explore another African country soon. I might be going with my friends, not on my birthday, but definitely when I go on my birthday, guys, I am taking everyone along with my vlogs. I'll definitely show you with my vlogs and reels, and if you have not followed me yet, please do make sure that you click that subscribe button so that you can enjoy the international trips and also the local trips that I do take. And also follow me on Instagram at Sibongile Vimbi, on TikTok at Explore with Sibo, and on Facebook at Sibongile Bongi Vimbi. That is it from me. Bye.